Hey everyone, I decided to start this interview thing, and what better person to
So
start
I'm the
with?
first.
Yeah, you're the first. I kept
Hallelujah.
on doing this on my own, just looking at the camera, and I thought, hey, I'm here in Singapore with my good friend Shyan Lim, and what better way to start off this idea?
Of an interview.
Yes,
Right.
by interviewing my very good friend here who owns Simply Nature. And this company has helped so many people as they journey through their own health challenges, especially those with cancer, and help them through that journey and even help them recover. And so I'm here to talk about his.
Anything.
Yeah, he said anything.
Anything, right?
And the beauty is this is not scripted too. He didn't
Yeah.
want me to ask
I
him
said
beforehand.
don't tell me the questions.
So
Yeah.
you're getting it as raw as it can be.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
brother, and I call him my brother because he is my brother, although we don't look like alike. So Shen,
Yeah.
yeah, how did you get into Simply Nature, and what was the vision behind it?
Wow. The most honest answer is I got into Simply Nature to make money. Right. Yeah, we had a great product, but honestly, it was to make money.
Okay.
Okay. But things changed when Sheila, one of the patient's mother, carried her son together with her husband into
Okay.
my office. And Dominic at that point was a stage 4 nasopharyngeal cancer, right? Nose cancer. He was 4 years old. He was literally skin and bones.
Wow.
Right? And we distribute our products, right, through doctors and, clients call in. But to see a patient like that firsthand, then suddenly I realized the talk is always, you want to make a difference in the person's life.
Yeah.
That's always the talk. And we actually believe it. We actually believe it, but you will realize we don't actually believe the things we believe
Until.
until we truly do. Even that is in our personal walk with the Lord, right? If you ask many believers, who is God? God is my heavenly Father. It took me more than 20 years to understand that. Yes, I say it, but it was not real.
Wow.
Right? Until there was a particular time where I really heard God tell me, because I was having an argument with my dad.
Okay.
I was very frustrated, didn't know what to do. I know I had to love my dad, but I couldn't. It was
Was difficult.
the things were so difficult, right? And when I looked at it, it was because I was frustrated. He was not a good father, in my mind. Now,
In your
doesn't
mind,
mean
yeah.
I'm a good son. It's not true that he's not a good father, but he was not giving me what I needed
Ah.
as a son. So from that perspective, it's like I'm very frustrated with my dad. I don't know how to love him, even though I do love him, but I don't know how to love him. I don't know whether that makes sense.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
All right. Then during that time, to cut the story short, the Lord told me, I'm your father. He's only your earthly father. Whatever you expect from a father, look to me. As to your earthly father, just love him.
Wow.
So every expectation I had from my earthly father, I cast it to the Lord. And I found myself free to love my dad.
So your knowledge of God being the Father became real to you
Real.
when you experienced it.
Yeah. And it's weird. After that day, no matter what my dad did, it didn't piss me off.
Wow.
Before that,
Just love.
everything that he did annoys me.
Right now it's just love.
Now I can just love him. So it was like that for the business as well.
So with Sheila,
We always say, definitely when we do this business, right, it's about helping people and everything. And at that point, I really believed it was about helping people. But when you make the encounter and you go to the next level, then you realize, in the past I was lying to myself. It was a good tagline to help me believe that the way I'm making money is meaningful, right?
Right.
But only when you truly are doing it, then you realize in the past you were sort of not totally in it, right?
nice.
Yeah. So when I saw Dominic, and to see how this is true, right? When I saw Dominic, I looked at my wife. We were in
Yeah.
the same office.
Yeah.
I And we didn't have to talk. We immediately just agreed.
Understood.
And we sponsored Dominic.
Oh.
How much did we sponsor him? More than 4 million pesos worth of products.
Mm.
So obviously, for Dominic, it was really about helping him.
Of course.
It was because it was a negative thing, you know. We were
Yeah,
actually sponsoring the
This
thing.
is not a business
No, it's
decision.
not a business. It's business. Not a business decision.
Not a business decision.
So he helped me find my heart. So I think to everyone out there, with the dreams that you're pursuing, sometimes it's okay that when you first start, you're not as noble as you think you are.
You have to be honest. You need to be completely honest about it.
Yeah, right.
Like what you just did when I asked you.
But the time will come when you can really chase after your dreams, and it will really reach a level that you will be proud of, and it's meaningful. That time will come, right? So keep pursuing those noble beliefs, but knowing yourself is also good, so that you also know why you're pursuing it. And not every motivation in life needs to be noble.
I think most motivations in life.
Maybe Amar's gonna regret that. Why are we doing this live and unfiltered?
Like I said, better be raw, right, than being filtered and just spitting out.
How about this, right? How about this?
Spitting out lies, Let's be
When
real.
when we look for a reason to do something, that reason must be able to help you jump and not see the other side of where you're jumping to, and yet have the faith to jump. Right? So that really comes when the motivation is real. So, for example, wanting to prove the girlfriend that dumped you wrong, that she made the wrong choice, right? This is not noble, but it's gonna give you the fire. It's gonna give you the fire to work like you've never worked before.
Wow.
Now, is this biblical? Yeah. God used women to bait David. It was not always very, it was not always, it was the things that were in the heart of men. But, along the way, in your walk with Christ, right, as with God, the less than noble intentions that you started off with starts to fall away as you begin to draw close to God. Because
This is like a sanctifying
as you
process,
draw close to God, it's like this, right? If someone told you some very famous person in Philippines, billionaire, is your father, illegitimate father or whatever, right? I think
you're the illegitimate child of a billionaire dad.
the first thought is ta-ta, cha-ching,
Yep,
let me claim my inheritance. And then what would you do? You will learn the habits of that family because you want to fit in as quickly as possible.
You want to be one.
You want to be one so that they'll give you your share. They'll give you your share. As you spend time with that family, you realize they are wonderful people. So originally you went there to claim your inheritance and then get that money and then get out, right? But as you go along, it touched you. They started to affect you, and then before you know it, you are actually that person's son in character as well.
So is it the same now with Simply Nature? You were finally walking into what it was really meant for in this world when you made an impact?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
When we really saw the impact we made on our patients, then it just drove us. Then it would drive our CSR as well, right? So I told my wife, let's do something for the cancer kids. So then we adopted a kind of Robin Hood thing, right? We charge the patients that can afford it, and then we help. Because no, it's not that we charge our patients more than necessary, but we just know that there are patients that can never afford our products, right? So we ask ourselves, what can we do for those patients? And for those, we just give, right? But of course, there's a limit to what you can do. But anyway, that's the journey. That's the journey.
Wow.
So I think be real.
Yeah.
Being real helps you find that motivation to, you are the reason that motivate me too. I don't like to lose to you. So, when
we push and pull.
Yeah, so it's really funny, because me and Amar sort of are in the same industry, but we're good friends. And when Herbs of the Earth was doing well, growing online, he was like,
Let's
wow,
do
I can't
online.
I can't lose to Amar. You know, I'm happy for you.
Mm-hmm.
But I said, no. You know, I can't sit still as well. So that also actually motivated me more than anything to look into
It's a
online
good thing.
sales.
It's a good thing
Yeah.
because it pulls you much way forward to your purpose, and as you did that, you help more people, right? Right.
So the I think we should be more real
Yeah.
and truthful. The Bible says the truth will set you free.
Nice.
Right. And one of the most encouraging verses in the Bible is this: Jesus, I believe, help me in my unbelief. This statement is so profound, so real. That person said the Christianese thing, right? Said the right thing, I believe. But then what was the truth? Help me in my unbelief. It was that second statement that I think really allowed the power of God to move in that person's life.
I like where you're getting with this because it comes to a statement where there's so many people who know, okay, in their health journey, like, you know, there are things you shouldn't be taking, there are food that you shouldn't be eating, right? Drinks that you know will cause harm. But why do people still continue doing it? Even if they know it's bad.
Can I give a testimony about this?
Okay. Okay.
I used to not like buying clothes.
Okay.
Okay? Only when I used to be okay with being slightly fat, so I was able to drink the Coke that I like and everything. Because I had it's gonna sound so petty. Because I have a safety net. I have a friend
Okay.
that was fatter than me.
Oh,
As long as this guy was fatter than me, I'm fine.
I'm okay. There was the comparison matrix.
It was my safety line, right?
Yeah.
So one day, it's Eric.
Oh, okay.
Eric slimmed down like tremendously, right?
Okay.
And he even challenged me. He said, "Bro, this is the temple of God." And I'm like, you know, I got challenged, motivated, not with the noblest of emotions, right? It's like I felt like no, I'm gonna prove you wrong.
Yeah.
Right? So okay, I found the momentum.
Okay.
I found a reason to actually lose weight, right? Then the next thing is when I slimmed down, and I went to buy new clothes.
It looked.
It was an enjoyable process. Then I realized why I hated to buy clothes is because, you know, for guys, we actually have to take off our clothes and try, right?
Okay.
You know, they designed to crush our ego. The light comes from the top. And when you're fat, you know, all the shadows. It's like, and if you have like man boobs, right? It makes it even more obvious that you're a man boob. So it's like, so I realized it's not that I didn't like to buy clothes. I really didn't like to face the truth when I was in the dressing room.
Wow.
But you know, after I slimmed down and I had to change my wardrobe, I liked
What you saw.
And this is what keeps me healthy now. I will tell everyone the truth. It is not because I value health so much. I would say the valuing of health is 40%, vanity 60%.
Nice. But it's a motivation.
But it
nonetheless.
motivates me.
Yeah.
Okay? And then when I'm not sick and other people are sick, then that ratio shift, right? For that moment, I said, I'm glad I chose a healthy lifestyle.
But it can be too late for others, right?
Yeah.
It can be too late for others.
Yeah.
Like if they don't have that kind of motivation, just like what you just mentioned, seeing someone healthier than you pushes you to become healthier, or seeing the effect of such, like Eric losing weight and you look nice and you see, oh, that can be me too. How about for those who may find it too late? I mean, they're into this cycle of repeat. You get this, and you get sick a lot. You just find yourself lethargic, lack of energy, and for somehow you probably for so many people, there's no way out.
So,
what's a good advice to those who think you cannot reverse this health challenges?
Here it is, right? So that means that there's somewhere in you that thinks that knows being healthy is good.
Okay.
But you're just finding it very difficult to make that step and maintain those choices to be healthy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The best way to do it is to really, really face the truth. Really. So, for example, there's a young man that I know who's very fat and he couldn't slim down. I told him to go home, take off all your clothes, wear your tightest underwear, and get the ugly one, maybe the whitey one. I said, switch on all the lights in your room and stare at your mirror for a good 2 minutes.
Wow.
You know,
And then, what he did it?
and then he really did it. And then
Yeah.
I said, how? He said he hated what he see.
Oh.
So, well, he's been living his life for the last 5 years, eating whatever he wants. So every time he changes, he's not actually looking at himself. So you got to find that real motivation, right? So you really have got to face what is at stake. So for those for weight loss, this one is easier. You know, those that other people's whose health issues are not so painfully obvious, you have to ask yourself some soul searching questions. But like for weight loss, yeah, stand in front of the mirror. And that happened to me actually. After I saw Eric, I went home.
Yeah.
I put on my swimming trunks and oh my God, when did I become like this?
Wow.
It's
I mean, it
disgusting.
was-
You really feel like you don't want.
yeah. Yeah.
And then the momentum starts.
Nice. Nice. So there has to be a compelling reason for you to actually change.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so now comes to, and I know I've asked this, but let's rephrase it further. Why is it that when you start to change, difficult to consistently get into the momentum until you reach a certain goal in this health step that you want to take?
Okay.
Why is consistency difficult?
Because there's a part that people, I'm going to get a bit technical here.
Yeah.
You got to actually intentionally rewire what makes you happy. I will tell you this.
Okay.
It's happier to be fat than to be in good shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why? If you're in good shape, you can't eat ice cream. If
No,
you're
but if you were fat, right, and you did lose weight, isn't the temptation to take the foods that you know wasn't good and that caused you your weight gain in the first place still appealing when you've already lost the weight?
That's why you have to really rewire your thought process. You know, our bishop always says we are the product of our most dominant thought.
Yeah, most dominant thought. Yeah.
So as you and me, we are business people, right? What's our most dominant thought? Revenue. If Amar was super fat, would anyone believe in Herbs of the Earth?
Yeah, and the products.
So
that
you
we
won't
offer.
you won't allow. You may reach a point where hey, your thing's looking fat, then you know what? This is gonna affect your revenue. And you start to slim down. So if a person that doesn't have anything, a really compelling reason for health, for keeping themselves, loving themselves, then it's gonna be very difficult. It's really gonna be very difficult. So
So to stay consistent.
you really have to rewire, right? So basically, that's why, you know, for those who find it hard to, so let's say a person is overweight now.
Yeah.
How come it's so hard to slim down? Because if you're overweight, you have the license to eat ice cream. Why? Anyway, I'm really fat, so it's not gonna make a difference.
Yeah,
I'm happy. I'm fat. You say I'm fat. It sounds sad, but I'm eating my ice cream. I'm happy,
I'm
right?
happy. It becomes, yeah. In fact, sometimes.
It's greater joy to
Yes.
remain fat because that allows you to do what you like.
Yeah.
But in order to look good, that's why only when you break up and your girlfriend found a fit boyfriend, and then that is so painful, right? As you eat the ice cream, you're like, no, this is why I lost my girl. The ice cream becomes painful. Right? And then the joy of like the moment you slim down, right? And then your ex-girlfriend looks at you and there's a regret on her face that I gave up this guy.
Yeah.
Whenever you see ice cream, no. The regret look on her face is much more enjoyable than the ice cream. And then you
Makes
stay
sense.
on course.
A highly driven, motivated person can achieve great things.
Yeah.
So you're saying, I know it's still health, right? We're talking about mental wellness. It starts in the mind, then, yeah. You said
Yeah.
before it manifests in the physical, it has to start here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one exercise that my mentor
Yeah.
did with me is
Yeah.
he asked me to write reasons for why you want to do the things you do. So for the guy that I helped lose his weight, I asked
Yeah.
him, give me 300 reasons why you should lose weight.
300.
So you know
You're gonna run out.
after 20
Yeah,
you will think I have many reasons. I guarantee you
When you
after
start.
when you start right after 10
Nice,
you're like
nice.
you start, and then
Yeah.
my mentor actually showed me split it up, right?
Okay.
Don't say I want to make my family happy. No,
Okay.
break it up. I want to make my dad happy. I want to
That's
make my
one
mom
too.
happy. No, because every reason is a
Nice,
reason.
Nice.
Every reason
That's
is a
right.
reason. If you summarize all your reason into one, you only have one reason. Okay. So for me, my mentor asked me to go through this exercise on why I want to be successful in life. So I wrote so that I can bring my mom on a vacation.
Nice.
Oh, but the one that hit me was
Okay.
I had a particular reason. I wanted to prove a specific person wrong.
Oh, that's the one that like.
That's the one.
It's like your measure of.
That was the
Yeah.
one that as I wrote it, I know. Oh,
If
this one gets me. All the others are the noble reasons, right? So that I can give my wife a good life, so that I can bring mom to the
Yeah.
US for a trip.
Yeah.
So all the noble ideas, but
Yeah.
the one that got my blood boiling was that. So that when I'm successful, I can say this to that person in the face: "You are wrong." And it got me moving. Now, it didn't stay as my primary motivation.
It changed, right? Most
No,
likely.
because as you do become successful,
Yeah.
you realize that's so petty.
Yeah.
And then when things change, you realize that's no longer actually important.
Yeah.
Then suddenly bringing your mom to the US become more real than proving that person wrong.
Yes.
But that whole process,
Yes.
people. So I'm just saying, be real to yourself.
Yes.
Dig
Completely honest. Yeah.
deep. I know the reasons that motivate you may not be the ones that you thought they are, but once you find them, you're gonna find the power to get moving. And as you move forward in life, continue to reassess. So now today, my health goals are different.
Okay.
Now, the result I want is when I'm 80 years old, I can still do parkour.
Ah. Wow.
You see,
That's amazing.
because I see all these videos
80
on
years
TikTok,
old.
right? These
Yeah, yeah.
80-year-olds with six
Oh yeah.
packs.
And doing a
Yeah,
pull-up.
pull-ups,
Yeah.
doing the handlebars
Yes.
like a gymnast, and I'm like, oh my god, that
And
person's
why
80 years old.
are they Chinese or Japanese? What is it?
I don't know. So
I don't see an Indian doing that.
So now I don't know. Those of you who are into health,
Yeah.
it's no longer anti-aging, right? The term now is longevity.
Longevity. Yeah.
It's like, how do you make sure when you're that number one, even if you don't try, you will most likely be sustained by drugs and operations. You will hit 80, but you might hit 80 in a very sad and painful state, right? So now I know I'm going to hit 80 unless something.
Different health goal now.
But I want to make sure when I'm 80,
Yeah.
I can run.
Nice. So now that you're in, this guy is highly successful. People go through seasons in life, and in this season in your life, and at your age as well.
51.
Whoa! What would you tell your younger self when you were 20? Was there anything
wow.
in any aspect, be it health, be it mental wellness, be it even financial wellness? What would you tell yourself?
You know, this question is often asked to successful people, right? Okay, actually, it's gonna be funny. I'll have two answers. Number one, actually, I wouldn't really tell myself anything because I realize if it was not for the mistakes, even if you told me the wisest thing, I won't listen.
You wouldn't get it.
I won't listen.
Yeah.
Right? How many times when we finally turned our ship around and on the right track, right? You realize that's what your dad told you 20 years ago, right? Or someone important in your life gave you those advice 20 years ago.
So why do you think the Lord allowed you to go through those leaps, bounds, challenges, problems, pitfalls? When He wants you to progress, He wants good for you, He wants blessings for you.
Because it was never about luxury, it was never about achievement, it was always about character, right?
Wow.
So character is only molded in response to difficulty. So you say you're a generous person, yeah, only if it's your last centavo are you still going to give it away, right? You say you're a happy person, yeah, until your life is miserable, can you still laugh? Right? So character is really molded in adversity. So right? It was never about the things that we thought we were chasing. It was always about developing our character. So a person like, let's take, I won't say Elon Musk is a role model for everything in life, okay? So please don't, right?
No.
But let's just take one aspect of Elon Musk, his ability to create new things, right? So even if Tesla was on the brink of this destruction and whatever challenges he has, his character has been molded by such adversity. He always rose up. He doesn't doubt anymore that he can create the next big thing. Right? That only comes from...
It's like saying that that's something that no one can steal from you.
Yeah, because he actually developed it. It's part of him.
It became part of him.
So it's silly to chase things. One of my greatest realization was when I was financially strong.
Yeah.
And then very funny, when I was financially strong, I actually asked this question: what is true security? So finally at this point in my life, I can actually say my bank account.
What is true security?
Yeah, right. Okay. When we are on the way there, security we think is a certain amount of money in our bank account, right?
Yeah.
That is like, okay, then my life is like stable if I have $1 million pesos in my bank account.
Yeah.
Right. Now, when I actually hit like $1 million pesos in the bank account, I ask myself, what is the true source of stability? And I realize is how many people will believe me. And it's not my bank account. Because I gave myself this scenario. What if war came and all your money became useless? Fiat. What will allow me to stand up and start again? Right? Is if I picked up the phone, called 3 people, and their answer to me is, Shyan, just tell us what you want us to do. We believe in you. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
So I said, security is not the bank, because that can disappear. Security was people who believed in me, my own trustworthiness. Surprisingly, your reputation is actually very valuable.
Which is developed in the relationships that you build. Yeah.
So what's my security?
Amazing.
Amar, you're my security.
Yeah.
Right?
The Lord is.
Yeah,
right?
the Lord is. Yeah, but it's manifested in you, right?
Yeah.
In terms of, the Lord, but in terms of my friends, right? People that I can rely on, that's the security.
That's the security.
I will never come, I won't come to you to borrow money. So don't worry about that. Okay? So you're not that security.
The interest is very high, that's why.
Because it's Indian, right? So it's like 5-6. No. No, but and it's never in my mind when I think of you as a source of my security that you have money that I can borrow. No, it's never.
It's not that. Yeah.
It's that you yourself are a resource that I can count on. That means what the security you give me is the advice that you could give me, the effort that you will put, all right, to walk with me, to help me.
Yeah.
The least what I want is not your money. What I want is you.
Yeah,
you are my security. It's not your money that's my security.
Nice.
Right. So don't borrow money from your friends and family. That's not why. That's not why they are precious to you. They're precious to you because they will be with you.
I just remember this bit I did on the study, not the one I did, but I did a video about what makes people happy, what makes people healthy. And Harvard did this 81-year study, and they said it's not about your career, what you've achieved in life, the trophies, the money you have in the bank, influence, power. It wasn't that. It was in the relationships that you built, and it just proves what you are just saying. Yeah. So coming to this bit, where does it get, as you reach a certain season and level in life, does it get easier?
No.
Are the challenges less? Are the trials less?
No.
Are the problems?
Absolutely not. Okay, so this is what happens when you progress in life, right?
Okay.
I'm going to use a picture. Imagine you are a 4-year-old kid. If he goes to the Boracay during rainy season, the waves are strong.
Yeah.
So imagine the wave hitting a 4-year-old kid, right? Boom! Water goes through his nose, he's going to cry. Okay,
Yeah.
as he grows taller, the waves don't grow. The waves are the same size.
Yes, nice.
The waves are the same size. It's just that he's taller, right? But then because he's taller, he can go deeper. They're bigger waves. The small waves still come. They just don't bother him anymore. But they are new, bigger waves. If you're gonna move forward, there will always be new, bigger waves. And don't think that the waves that you used to face will not come. So if you have people irritating you in the past, you will have people irritating you tomorrow. All right.
Doesn't become less.
Doesn't become less. But your ability to deal with this, they don't irritate you anymore. In the past, they irritate you because the water goes in your nose, right? Now the
Nice.
water only hits your knee. It's not going to irritate you. Maybe it makes your pants wet and you get that kind of irritation. But you're able to brush it off, right? Because it's not going in your nose. So what I'm just saying is
Nice.
that do things get easier? No. So here is the danger, right? That if any of us, okay, what will make your life very better and happier is accepting the fact that your life is, the waves are not going to disappear. Then you will learn to be happy. Like,
To let go.
to accept certain
And
things
accept,
and not try for a bullshit thing that is not real.
Or
For-
BS thing.
Yeah, BS, right? Like, for example, my dad is 80 now. If I dream of my dad being reasonable, I'm going to be very upset. If I have accepted that he's 80 years old and he's unreasonable and he's still lovable, I still love him even though he's unreasonable. You know what? I will enjoy tea with my dad. Because I'm not expecting him to be
Yeah.
reasonable. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So you talked about character being your character being developed. What character do you think has sustained you all throughout the decades? Character that the Lord has sanctified, molded you to where you are now.
Appreciation of truth. To be truthful is, I think, the most powerful character trait that is the best character trait that I have now, and it really helps me. Right? Yeah.
We always hear the phrase like the character will set you free. What does that really mean? Free from what?
The truth will set you free, right?
Or sorry, the truth.
The truth.
We always hear that term, truth will set you free. What does that actually mean?
I'm going to share something a bit personal, right? My dad. Okay, I hope my dad doesn't watch this because that it's going to have repercussions. But I want to share why the truth sets you free, right? There was something like, okay, let's give a simple reason, right? There was a dinner that was coming and we forgot to inform our dad, and so he did not attend the dinner. And if I sat down and I thought about it, I realized I don't really love my dad as much as I thought I loved my dad.
Wow.
That's very terrible,
That's
right?
truth.
Yeah,
But
but it's
that's
very
truth.
terrible, right? Yeah.
It is terrible, but it's
Yeah.
truth.
But the moment I thought about it, right, I had a decision to make. Do I want to love my dad more? So, right? So if I continue not facing this truth, I'll live a lie that when tested, the lie will be proven, right? So because I am willing to face the truth, why did I not think about my dad for this dinner? Why didn't we invite him? Oh my God, we don't really love him. Then those other
Because
questions.
you didn't value him
Yeah,
enough
I
to...
didn't value him enough
it's
to
not top of
remember
mind.
him, right?
Yeah.
So why didn't I remember him? Come on, the ugly truth is, I remember my mom.
Yeah.
So then when I look at it, it's because, okay, my mom has really been there for me. My
Always
dad has
there.
not been there for me, right? So these are real truths. But then again, I also ask, is this right? Is this where I want it to be?
Yeah.
And then because I face the truth, now I am presented with options and choices where I can determine what the future will be like, rather than the future be pushed onto me.
Nice.
That I may regret it, or I may realize I didn't love my father properly, and he's dead. Right then, oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now at least I know. Then I also ask myself, oh my God, why don't I love my dad?
Wow.
Because he didn't spend time with me. But was that fair? Was that fair, right? He didn't spend time with me because he had his own challenges too. Okay, so actually, the truth is, yeah, because he didn't spend time with me, the love is not so strong. But was it something he chose to do, or something that he couldn't help?
It is circumstances.
Circumstances. So then we decide as adults, right? Do we want our relationship to stay there?
Yeah.
So I can.
Yeah.
Okay, now that I know why he didn't spend so much time with me, because I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it. I let go of certain part.
Yeah.
And then I make initiatives. I talked to my dad. Dad, I realized I didn't love you so much. No, I actually said something along that line. And my dad gave me a look that, then he actually said the scariest thing. He said, "Yeah, son, I understand." Yeah, it was
So
like,
he understood. I mean,
because he also knew.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
He also knew he wasn't there for me for certain parts. Now, did it hurt? Yeah, it showed on his face. When I saw his hurt, it helped me want to be a better son more. Because I realized, wow, I don't like seeing my dad hurt. Even though I love him just not as much as I love my mom, but I don't like to see him hurt. And just that whole process, I think now I'm more intentional in my relationship with my dad. I now know what I want from my relationship with my dad. Right? I don't need him to change.
Yeah.
I just want to be able to spend more time with him. Right? I told him what I needed from him to help me love him. Right? I said, please stop trying to fight me all the time. Right?
Yeah.
Can we? And now even if you win, who wins? Right? Nobody wins.
Yeah.
Can we at least work on these aspects?
Wow.
And at his age, he also, thank God, he can still reason. Sometimes it's too late when your parents cannot reason anymore.
Yeah.
So he can still reason. So I see him making some small changes, and every small change he makes helps me love him more. Helps me move forward in our relationship. So you see, such an ugly, terrible truth,
But
sets you free.
Sets you free, and makes you actually assess where you are and make decisions that will make the relationship much better. That's amazing.
The truth will set you free.
That's
This works
the
for your
truth
career
will
as
set
well.
you free. Yeah.
It works
yeah,
for your
yeah.
career. Why didn't you get promoted? Because you were not that good.
If there's that real self-awareness and truthfully assessing your situation,
Yeah.
you'll actually progress. It will set you free.
So instead of saying they didn't recognize my talent, how about the ugly truth? Your talent was not recognizable.
Was there talent in the first place? Maybe there. Okay, maybe
You didn't develop it to
was
the
there,
point
but
that that people can recognize it, right? So if you can see the truth, then you can go and develop your talent.
How tangible is mental health challenges, not only in the workplace but in society in general?
Wow, tremendous. I mean, I just shared with you, we did a very successful Kingdom event.
Yeah.
On the last day when everything went well, I went home and I felt depressed.
Yeah.
So I think mental challenges are real. That's why it's so important to have friends. Okay, when you're depressed, you won't know it. When you're depressed,
you told me this.
you can't drag yourself out of it because you don't know you're in it.
Yeah.
And here's the scary part. Even if you know you're depressed, you can't drag yourself out of depression. You literally need another person to drag you out. So friends are very important. So you talked about it.
Yeah.
Relationship is the key to
important.
mental.
So how do you what's your first you told that you're depressed. That's very powerful. When you're depressed, you don't even actually know about you're depressed, right? How do you work through getting depressed and getting yourself out of it from that relationship that you built?
Short answer, develop a strong relationship with the Lord. I know that sounds very cliche.
Yeah.
But it's just the truth.
It's just the truth.
What can I say? It's just the truth. Right? When God visits you, when you feel God's love, it's like a shining light that breaks your depression. Right? Your friend can drag you out. Okay, here, let me give an example. Friend pulls you out, right? Pulls you out because you're depressed, you don't go out, pulls you out. You walk down the field, a simple ray of sun hits your face. You feel the warmth, and suddenly the world is different.
Yeah.
Right? The world is beautiful, right? That there is, for that moment, you saw it's something you can't really explain, but you had that glimpse, that brief moment you're broken out of your depression. Right? That's what it's like constantly every time you're in the presence of God, that happens. So if you stay in the presence of God enough, there will be no depression that you cannot escape from.
Wow.
Right. And when you can feel the love of God, it's like that ray of sun. Yeah. But it's not so momentary, and it's deeper. It's a person. God is a person. He talks back. It's not just you feel the warmth. You feel Him.
Yeah, speaking to you.
Speaking to you.
Yeah.
Right. And that's the source of mental.
I just remember as you were talking about Solomon, with the story of Solomon.
Yeah.
Riches.
Everything is vanity.
By all measure, he still is in history and up till today the richest person in the world. Yet, at the end of his writing in Ecclesiastes, he says everything is meaningless. Yeah, and he says, "Fear the Lord." What does that mean? What does that actually mean? If the richest man by far says, everything that I've achieved, everything I've accomplished, everything I've accumulated is meaningless.
I want to reinforce the fact that rich people can feel their life is meaningless, because I have friends who are venture capitalists. Okay, so he told me literally he has known not one, not two, a bunch of self-made tech billionaires, not millionaires, billionaires.
Okay.
And these are not people who were born into rich families, but these were
really,
just very innovative people.
Yeah.
And they have not hit their 30s.
Yeah.
Or early 30s, but most are late 20s.
Yeah.
Billionaire.
Yeah.
So can you imagine these people work like crazy? Okay, number one, they were not lazy. They had no life. They work was their life. They were very innovative.
20-hour day.
No, really,
work,
it's like you
7
watch
days a
the
week
show
work.
about Steve Jobs, and they're really like that. All right,
Yeah.
their work was their life, right? And then when they became a billionaire,
when they've achieved that one
they
B.
did drugs.
Yeah.
You can't. It's very hard. It doesn't make sense. A person so smart,
Yeah.
right? Why would he do drugs? He didn't do drugs when he was building his multi-billion-dollar
Or he was
company.
driven to hit it. Yeah.
Yeah, but after he
Yeah.
he did something as stupid as drugs.
Yeah.
No, that's how desperate they are. That's how empty it really is.
Empty. It became meaningless.
Yeah, why would anybody do drugs? Come on, when you don't have money, you're like, let's do drugs because you can't get a private jet and fly to Bahamas just for breakfast, right? And then fly to Hong Kong for dinner. You can't do that. There are many things you can't do. But when you're a billionaire, there's nothing you can't buy
cannot,
with money.
that you
Then
cannot.
why do you do drugs? And you are smart enough to know that drugs is frying your brain and killing your health. Why do you do it? You had so much money, you can do everything. You can buy a plane and just have a fleet of planes just to watch.
And they probably did that
They did.
already, and still nothing.
So this is where,
So what was his concept about fear of the Lord in the end of his book?
So my friend, the venture cap, right?
Yeah.
He's just as lost. He's
Okay.
like, now seeing his clients who are billionaires so lost, he's wondering why is he working hard for too? Like if he
Because
manages,
he's on his way there too.
yeah, because when he makes the money, when he gets his cut
You get
helping
your
enough
comms.
billionaires,
You get
he's
your
also
comms.
going to be rich.
Yeah.
But is he just going to be just as empty as his clients,
Yeah.
right? So this is something. So that's when I did tell him, it's the same for me. So he asked, and then we got to basically down to the topic, what's driving me now, right? What's driving me now? How come I don't look for drugs? All right, what's driving me now? Very simple, right? The one thing that's driving me now is I know I will stand before God, and I want to hear from Him, well done, good and faithful servant. So almost all my decisions today is about that. Because just now we were discussing, sometimes I don't feel motivated to go back to the office, right?
Yeah.
So then I think I've made it, my staff have not made it.
Yeah.
But behind wanting my staff to make it is knowing that God will ask me, what have you done with the people I've placed in your hands, right? So if I help my staff make it, not just materially, but they must grow in the Lord.
Yeah.
So so I'm honestly motivated by, I want to hear, well done, good and faithful. Just kingdom thing that we did.
Yes.
There is no
Yes.
ROI in terms
There's
of...
none. Yeah.
Yeah, the one
Yeah.
ROI is that
It's-
the Lord's
yeah.
going to tell us, well done.
Yeah. And we do it because we love the Lord.
Yeah.
And He loves us.
Yeah.
That's it.
So
Right.
that's real.
We do it out of love. Do it out of appreciation for what He has done for us.
And I think maybe in the media, like social media that we
Yeah.
see, we have been fed a lot of lies. Right? Why? Number one, you see a TikTok video like me, the person, then after that they are arguing. Immediately after the camera goes off, they're arguing. Right?
Yeah.
So I think in social media we see definitions of success and successful people
Yeah.
that are not true. Not true. Okay. So after I came back to Singapore, I've met, by God's grace, I've really encountered captains of the industry. Right. I've met billionaires. I've met people who are chairmen of boards, people who run chains of hotels and
Industries, yeah.
industry. No, okay. So number one, they're not selfish people. Number two, they're very grounded people. They may wear nice clothes, but they don't wear them all the time. In fact, I was at a dinner. So on my left was this person on my right. I was talking to a person on my right, and then she looked at the person on my left and said, "You know, your family has a family office that deals with these things, right?" And I said, and the guy said, "Yeah. For those of you who don't know, to have a family office, you need $100 million to open a family office." Right? So I looked at the person on my left, right, and then I asked him, "So what do you do? Now that I know that you have $100 million to open
Yeah.
I said, "What do you do?" Then he said, my family runs airport logistics for 20 airports across the world." I'm like, okay. And then the person on his left is wearing like a t-shirt, polo t-shirt. He's the most underdressed person in that room. Then this person whose family owns the logistics center says, "This is my mentor." And I'm like, you know?
Yeah.
So I saw, when I actually went out and meet successful people, the ones who are grounded, sane, happy, very influential, they are nothing like the picture Hollywood shows.
Or what we watch in movies.
No, they're not
or
arrogant
social
people.
media, or what
They're
we
not
read.
arrogant people. They are godly people. Their spiritual walk, their faith is very important to all of them. We were actually at such a meeting. Yeah, so I was so surprised. You would think that these are people. So here's the truth. The truth is, the billionaires who want to do drugs are lost. The billionaires who are sane, doing meaningful things, are low-key, people filled with faith, strong relationship with God, and are still doing amazing things, not looking for drugs.
So coming down to purpose, right?
So
It's
that's
coming
reality.
down to purpose.
But I think social media doesn't show us that
Yeah.
successful people are actually
Yeah.
like that. They show those druggies successful without showing them taking drugs.
Yeah.
So no.
So why we've touched on many things, but I want to talk about,
I don't know how you're gonna splice this. It's
Don't
all over
worry
the
about
place
that.
and it's 48 minutes.
we're gonna upload this and we're gonna splice some of it. But I want to talk about purpose and how important is purpose in our walk in this world.
Yeah.
Whether it's purpose driven by kingdom work, whether it's purpose driven by helping people go through their health challenges, whether it's purpose helping your elderly parent, have a convenient life as they pass. How important is purpose?
Purpose is not so important when you are. Purpose is very important, but it becomes very important actually, surprisingly, when you are successful. Purpose is even more important when you're successful than when you're trying to be successful. Because what I've seen is that people who are already very successful by world standards, wealthy and everything, if they don't have purpose, they are suicidal. A poor person without purpose is not suicidal.
It's not suicide.
He's going to work, trying very
He's
hard
driven.
to feed his family. That kind of, I mean, that kind of purpose, I don't think we even need to go for a program or conversation, right?
Yes.
Right? These are purposes that don't need to be elaborated. You want to bring home food for your mom, your dad, your kids. I don't think this is the purpose we're talking about.
No.
Right? This is survival. This is basic obligations, duties, basic feelings that drive us, right? So this is not the purpose, right?
Yeah.
This is not purpose that we're talking about. So yeah, so purpose is deeper than that. But I'm not saying that being a good father, being a responsible,
It's not a noble purpose.
It is also purpose,
Yeah.
but this is not something that you need to dig very deep. You don't have to have a very smart person tell you that's an important purpose. But one day your mom will no longer be with you. One day your son will marry a beautiful wife and forget you're the dad, right? He has to have his own life. So these purposes that usually drive most of us will one day disappear. For sure, actually.
Yeah.
For sure. These are most basic principles, purposes, parents and kids. They will actually disappear. Even if it's spouse, one day your spouse might leave before you. Right? So we are talking about purposes a bit deeper than
Yes.
than these.
Of
So here's the thing, right? How important is it? Successful people that don't have a purpose, you will see their life crumbles. So how important is purpose then?
Wow. All right. Well, as we end
Okay.
this meaningful session,
No, I enjoy it. It's actually
we-
a conversation between you and me.
I know. You
More
know
than
what's
anything.
what's funny? We didn't plan how this is gonna go, but it actually
Obviously,
ended
it's
up-
51 minutes. I don't know how you splice a 51-minute conversation.
Throughout the years, with you running Simply Nature, with you building such a wonderful ministry, and this is not ministry like building a church, but really
No,
building
just doing what God tells us
relationships.
to
Yeah,
do, right?
correct. Relationships that you've built as a missionary in the Philippines, and now you're back in Singapore. What's the next step for you?
What you asked, right? I'm at this point where I'm trying to crystallize, settle the purpose in my life right now. So maybe that's why I really say purpose is really so important. Without it, here it is. If people think luxury is good, then let me give you a very funny example. I have a godfather, business, right? So every time I meet him, we're eating 5-6 course meals. So I asked him a simple question. I said to him, Nino, what's your favorite meal of the day? So he said breakfast. So I said, what do you have for breakfast? He said, dilis and porridge.
Really?
So it's like after eating all the Wagyu beef, the best meal of the day is
Yeah.
breakfast with his wife,
Yeah.
dilis and porridge. Right? So now what's next for me? I think the thing I'm really wrestling with, so that is something that it's not easy to answer, right?
Yeah.
Is to crystallize the purpose for the next season of your life. So I have purpose that got me here,
Yeah.
but it's not enough to help me move forward. So I am in the process of crystallizing that purpose, and how I do that is number one, spending time
How?
with God.
Yeah.
So I have my spiritual fathers,
Yeah.
so who speak into my life, right? Who challenge me. Then I go out. I don't allow myself to withdraw, right? So I go out, and every time I meet people, I look at what's driving them, their purpose, right? And I don't just take it, that's their purpose, right? But in that process, I look at people whose life I want, right? So I don't look at the billionaire druggies, right? I look at the ones that you never think that they are very wealthy, but they're actually very wealthy, but they are so grounded.
So humble.
They're so happy. You can feel that peace with them. They don't need to brag.
No reason.
No. And they don't even find it. So imagine I said, right, the rich guy calling the guy a mentor, but that mentor is the worst dressed person on that tape. I hope he doesn't watch this. And
no
yet
need
he's
to,
so
no need to.
comfortable.
Yeah.
He's totally free.
Yeah.
He's so happy.
Yeah.
And then I ask him
Yeah.
what drove him.
Yeah.
And he starts to share with me what he's doing in his life.
Yeah.
And it's giving me a clue to what
Ah.
would make me happy, right? What would make me happy.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So even yeah, I think too much
Yeah.
information.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, thank you for this time, brother.
Thank you,
really
bro.
enjoy our time together, and
No, thank you for your questions. It made me think.
Yeah, well, you've
Yeah.
encouraged and motivated us, and it's truly important to build those relationships for our mental health, physical health, and our wellness. So thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
Up to the next episode. Bye.